Hello everybody, welcome to Give Me Hope with Joanna. I've got another author here with me again today, and I'm speaking to Carolyn Jones, and she wrote a book about her mother. No, your mother. Her mother wrote the book, and she published it after her mom passed away. So we're going to hear a little bit more about why she did this and why she didn't just keep it in a manuscript. So it's always interesting to speak to authors when they have these stories to tell. So let's hear it. Carolyn, welcome. Thank you for coming to share your story. Would you like to tell my viewers a little bit more about your book?
So this is a true story of my mother when she was going through a very difficult journey. My father had committed adultery, and she was walking through that journey. They were 24 and a half years into their marriage, and the book is written. It's not a sad book, but what it is, it's a book where a woman had always wanted to be a Proverbs 31 woman, didn't really understand what might it take to be that kind of woman. So when she was going through the journey, she was depending on God and on His Word and on prayer, so that when she was hurting very badly, when she wanted to really just shout invectives at my father, this woman that he was not only living with but ultimately married, that she would be a godly woman. And so God, he was walking her through. You think of the valley of the shadow of death. I think sometimes, Johanna, we think of God standing on one side of the valley and saying, "Come on over," or we think He's on the other side saying, "See you on the other side."
Yes.
However, what He does is He gets down into the valley. He links arms with us, and He becomes this is an encouraging read. It doesn't make any difference if your viewers are not on trust in the middle of anything. My mother's particular story has to do with her being an empty nester, single mom, having ultimately being a in-home caregiver. But the thing is that your viewers don't need to go into any of that. The point is that God, He wants us to be encouraged. And He knows, you don't have to be a David or I don't know, a Joshua. You can be an ordinary person. And when it's an ordinary person who is taking God seriously, any one of us can be encouraged to know that God will take us through. If we will depend on Christ and His Word and the power of prayer in seriousness, He will take us through. So this book and your readers and your viewers.
Yes. Wow, thank you so much for sharing your story. And this sounds like a really intriguing story. And if I can suggest you to go read Carolyn's book about her story and her mom's story. I think every woman sometimes goes through tough situations, and when you can have something to read about that can make you stronger after you read it, then that is when you know you are reading a good story and a good book that can give you hope. So I hope that Carolyn's story can help you who is maybe sitting and struggling. Read her book. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for sharing your story. And I hope that I can hear a lot more about this book future. And thank you so much.
I just encourage readers to know that it's a print, it's ebook, and it's also an audiobook. And whether it's Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart.com, any of the online resources, they can also learn a lot more about this person and just get a flavor, because the way she writes here, we captured a lot of
Thank you so much for watching, and we will be back in next time with someone else's story. Goodbye.